Kendra Lott with Edible Orlando Magazine, and I'm here today at Southeast Steel, just going to share a few tips with my friend Ricky Lee of Tasty Chomps, just about ways to make your Thanksgiving less stressful, easier. We're all having smaller gatherings this year, it seems, and we've all been cooking at home a lot for the past several months as well, so let's be easy on ourselves this Thanksgiving and do some things that we can share up the responsibilities and divvy them up and actually enjoy ourselves while we're cooking. So we're going to share some tips for some easy turkey skewers with some sauces that Ricky's going to put together and an all-important cocktail to get your creativity flowing. So when you're boning out a turkey breast, first you want to feel along the middle. You're going to feel this bone right here. And take your knife, and you're really only using the tip of your knife here. You're not sawing at it. You're just kind of doing little tiny slices. This isn't like on MASH where they have to make the incision right the first time. You can just sort of estimate just little tiny slices, and you'll feel yourself getting close to that bone, which is going to curve out in a minute, and you'll feel that too. Just use whatever hand feels comfortable and keep it far away, cutting away from yourself. You can see how it's close to the bone right there and getting all that meat.
Very nice.
Coming up on the wishbone here. Everyone knows the wishbone. When you get there, you'll actually be able to cut through.
Yes.
And you're not pulling on it, you're just letting gravity sort of do the work here.
Kendra, you used to work at a butcher shop, right?
I did work at a butcher shop, and let me tell you, poultry was my least favorite task because it's sort of slippery and fiddly and all the weird little tendons and things, but this is such an easy thing. I mean, at home, I buy a whole chicken every single week and bone it out myself. I'll cut off, I'll leave the breast on the bone and roast it, and then do the leg quarters and save the back and the wing tips and things like that for stock. So a whole chicken could feed a family of 4, pretty much all week if you're thrifty about it and have nice chicken stock to make everything that you have taste good. Which is why, even though we're only using the boned out breast, I went ahead and got a bone-in turkey breast here so that I can make stock if you want to make turkey gravy.
Yeah, most people buy the whole turkey when they're
Exactly.
out, so.
And if you've got a smaller group, you could certainly do the same thing with, with a chicken or a capon. Go out to some place like Lake Meadow Naturals where they've got different kinds of birds. Et voila, so you've got your boned out breast here with the tender on the bottom.
Yes.
And there you go.
Beautiful.
Here you want to cut around this little tendon here because that's not very pleasing. You can just pop the knife under it and sort of pull it right out like that. So that's enough for 2 skewers right there. And then the rest of these I'm going to cut in equal. They're going to be longer. Some are going to be longer than the other, but they're all going to be a pretty equal thickness. I'm going to trim this off there. And then just sort of work it like that. So you see that this is about the same size as that.
That's gonna be a lot of skewers.
Yeah, this turkey breast could easily feed 6 people with sides. I mean, because you don't need more than 2 or 3 per person. I mean, this isn't going to be the traditional everyone comes home with a Tupperware full of leftovers kind of meal, but people are having smaller gatherings this year and being safe, so a smaller menu, easier menu to get you in and out of the kitchen quickly. It's really the way to go. So these are all ready to thread up.
Okay.
All right, so just take a skewer, kind of thread it right through the middle here. Don't want to bunch it up too much because you want to have even cooking. These are great for the grill. If you're doing your meal outside, I'm going to do them on the Frigidaire Oven Air Fryer. Also very, very easy. So just hit it with a little oil. I like a non-propellant oil. And then with a little citrus and sage salt on either side. That's gonna flavor the meat. And of course, we're gonna have some really flavorful sauces on the side. So they don't need a lot, just that little bit of turkey for tradition. So I'm gonna check my turkey skewers. I've got them here in the Frigidaire Air Fry Oven. So they're being cooked on all sides. I've got them nice and spaced apart. They've been in for about 12, 13 minutes. So I'm just gonna see how they're doing. Oh yeah, they're browning up nicely on the edges here. And I'm gonna go ahead and just pull one out so I can see how it's done.
This is after like 1 minute or 2 minutes?
No, this is like 12.
12 minutes so far?
Yeah, at 375.
Oh wow.
And they feel done. 375.
Looking good.
And I am gonna broil them off though.
Okay.
Hey everyone, this is Ricky Lee with TastyChomps.com, cooking with Kendra Lott of Edible Orlando today. As Kendra's turkey skewers are cooking away in the air fryer oven, we're going to prepare 2 sauces, very simple, very easy for Thanksgiving. Obviously cranberry sauce, we'll try it out with the turkey skewers, and also peanut sauce, a little bit of Asian flavor using red curry paste and peanut butter. So let's get started. Alright, we're going to start off with the cranberry sauce. And the first thing we're going to do is add the liquids. A 1/4 cup of water, about 6 tablespoons of sugar, and some orange juice, about 1/4 cup of orange juice as well. And we're going to cook it over medium heat in this saucepan on this beautiful Frigidaire Air Fryer here on set at Southeast Steel in downtown Orlando. Stir it up a little bit. As it heats up, you know, the sugar will dissolve and kind of come in together with the orange juice and water. Alright, next we're going to add about 6 ounces of fresh cranberries. These were cooked a little bit earlier to kind of ease in with the cooking process, you know, so pre-soften. A stick of cinnamon and a pinch of salt. And we're going to let that cook a little bit and stir, of course, frequently. We're going to wait for it to simmer up as well. And we're going to cook for about 10 minutes until all the cranberries have popped. Some orange peel, of course, for that citrus. We'll start off with 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, then 2 teaspoons of the soy sauce, 1, 2. You can hear the cranberries starting to pop on the other side here.
They smell great.
You actually need 2 tablespoons of the red curry. And you can get the red curry, you know, at any local Asian market. They're usually in the Thai food section. So 1, 2. 2 tablespoons. 3/4 cups of peanut butter. Alright. The peanut of the peanut sauce. This is what we're adding. 1/4 cup of sugar. 3/4 cups of water. A teaspoon of salt. Just probably 2 pinches. 2 pinches of salt. Just stir it up and just melt it all together. It smells really good.
It does smell good.
Wow. Gotta try this at home. So very versatile, this Frigidaire air fryer, you know, while you're cooking on the stovetop, your turkey skewers are cooking beneath, and before you know it, everything will be ready to eat.
I know I'm hungry.
Yes. So about 5 minutes, you know, it'll be melted together. And depending on your consistency, you know, how you like it, just continue to boil over and get thicker for less. Sugar, peanut butter, curry paste. Look at that. Cranberry sauce is coming together very nice, you know.
Some nicely popped berries, my friend.
Love that smell, you know, it just gives you good memories of Thanksgiving's past. Something sweet to go with your savory.
PB&J.
Put it in a sandwich. You know, like a Thanksgiving sandwich later. Great aroma.
One of the most crucial elements of the Thanksgiving meal is the cocktail, not just for the guest, but for the cook. So I highly recommend putting this together before you start your day's or evening's chores in terms of the feast. So what I'm going to do today is just a little simple bourbon lemonade. I've got my beaker full of ice here and 2 ounces of bourbon. Pour that over the ice, and then what I have here is lemon cordial, which is the simplest thing in the world to make and makes great use of your leftover citrus after you've squeezed juice. It's Florida citrus season, so you can use Florida oranges, tangerines, tangelos. I've got some lemons here, and what I did was simply combine the husks from the squeezed lemons. I weighed them and added an equal weight of sugar, put it in a jar, mushed it all together, let it sit overnight in the fridge, and then add all the lovely juices and oils from the lemons drips off, and what's left is this cordial. So you just add a little water and shake it up, and it's like a ready-made lemon simple syrup, and you don't even have to turn your oven on. So I'm gonna add an ounce of that. Right it there. Give it a little stir. And then I'm gonna reach out to my offstage assistant for the glass that I've prepped over there. And it's got one of these fabulous ice balls that you could get if you have the LG refrigerator. They make these ice balls for you, which are great for a cocktail. They take a long time to melt, and let's face it, they're just really super pretty. So I'm just gonna strain that right into the glass. And there you go. Lovely little bourbon lemonade. Garnish that with a bit of lemon peel. Pop that right in. If you've got some fresh thyme in the garden, that would not be out of place here at all. But simple, easy, refreshing, and boozy. Enjoy. There we go. Juicy and delicious.
This is beautiful.
Or actually,
Beautiful. That's a great shot.